Fans have waited a long time for this reunion, and Coronation Street viewers are making their voices heard after finally seeing Lisa Swain and Carla Connor back together following months of heartbreak. The couple's reconciliation has been warmly received, especially by supporters of the duo, affectionately known as Swarla. Their relationship was blown apart last September with the shock return of Lisa's ex-wife, Becky Swain, who was believed to have been killed in the line of duty. Becky's dramatic reappearance coincided with her daughter Betsy's 18th birthday and came just days after Lisa proposed to Carla, with the pair newly engaged and planning their future. It soon became clear that Becky's intention was to dismantle Lisa's new happy life and reunite her family, 4 years after staging her own death. Her plan quickly worked, as Lisa and Carla were driven apart while Becky schemed to flee abroad with Lisa and Betsy. Desperate to get her way, Becky abducted Carla and manipulated Lisa into agreeing to leave the country with her and their daughter. However, her lies eventually unraveled when the truth about her fake death finally came to light. With the help of DC Kit Green, who had been secretly working with Carla to uncover Becky's plot, the situation was brought to a halt, though not before Becky was involved in a devastating car crash while attempting to reach Hull and board a ferry to Rotterdam. Miraculously, Lisa, Betsy, and Becky all survived the crash. Becky's future, however, took a grim turn when Lisa arrested her at the scene despite being treated by paramedics. Viewers later saw Becky sentenced to 12 years in prison for her crimes. Even so, Becky's downfall didn't immediately pave the way for Lisa and Carla to reunite. Although Lisa repeatedly apologized and tried to rebuild their relationship, Carla struggled to forgive her. She was hurt by the fact that her warnings about Becky had been ignored and devastated to learn Lisa had slept with her ex during the period she was thought to be dead. That all shifted this week. Following a drunken outburst from Lisa, Carla finally softened. During Thursday's episode, Carla helped her partner battle a hangover before later confessing that she still loved her. While Carla admitted they would need time and should take things slowly, the couple shared a kiss and headed upstairs together. Carla's resolve didn't last long, though. Later at the Rovers, she happily announced to her underworld staff that she and Lisa were officially back together, ordering 2 bottles of champagne to mark the occasion. While fans are thrilled to see Swarla reunited, many are hoping the couple gets a smoother ride from here on out. One viewer, Lana Clay Swain 1, summed up the mood perfectly, writing, "Swarla! Now please make the wedding as drama-free as possible." A new Coronation Street preview appears to hint that Theo Silverton's secret may finally be uncovered, and viewers are convinced they already know who will expose him. In footage shared ahead of next week's episodes, Theo is seemingly overheard making a chilling admission about Billy Mayhew's death. The soap teases that a killer could soon be unmasked, as Theo is shown confessing to abandoning Billy during the Corriedale crash. Although Theo previously claimed he tried to rescue Billy after the minibus explosion, the truth is far darker. He deliberately refastened Billy's seatbelt, trapping him inside the burning vehicle. In scenes set before Billy's funeral, Theo visits the undertakers and stands beside Billy's coffin. Overcome with remorse, he pleads with the late vicar for forgiveness. Fighting back tears, Theo apologizes for leaving him to die and admits his actions were driven by a desperate attempt to stop his relationship with Todd Grimshaw from falling apart amid the ongoing domestic abuse storyline. As Theo breaks down, the piece is shattered by the sound of the undertaker's door slamming shut. Panicked that someone has heard his confession, Theo calls out for George Shuttleworth before rushing to the front of the building. He searches frantically for whoever may have fled, but the place is empty, and the clip ends on a tense note. In the aftermath, Theo becomes increasingly paranoid that his deadly secret is about to come to light. In the preview scene, Theo speaks directly to Billy's body, saying, "Please believe me when I say I'm sorry, Billy. If I'd had time to think, if I'd calmed myself down, I'd have got you out. You know I would. Leaving you there was a moment of madness, and I don't think I'll ever forgive myself. I'm so sorry, but I'm not an evil man. I'm not. I'm not a killer. He goes on to explain that his actions were motivated by fear of losing Todd, adding, I just hope you're at peace. I hope you can understand. With it now clear that someone overheard Theo admitting he deliberately left Billy to die, fans have been busy speculating about who the mystery listener could be. Many viewers believe George's partner, Christina Boyd, is the most likely candidate. One fan wrote, speculation, I want Christina to be the person who overhears Theo's confession. Another agreed, posting, yes, she clocked him early on and I'd love for that instinct to come back. Others echoed the theory, with one viewer saying, I think Christina will hear Theo, and another adding, I'm really hoping it's Christina. Alternative guesses have also emerged, with some suggesting George himself could be the one who overheard, while others put forward Todd or Summer Spellman as possible witnesses. One viewer commented, I think Summer will hear his confession, then he'll kill her too. Another shared, my money's on Todd, while someone else simply said, I think it'll be Todd. A final theory suggested, I think it could be George, and if it was Todd, I don't think he'd tell anyone. Then again, Theo could just claim it was guilt talking or say his words were taken out of context. With tensions rising, it seems only a matter of time before Theo's lies finally unravel. Coronation Street has confirmed that Maggie Driscoll is lining up her next victim for mischief, and it shows she's very much back to her old ways. Maggie is set to ignite another argument next week, proving that her promise to change was short-lived. The Driscoll matriarch recently vowed to rein in her behavior after discovering that her son Ben's heart condition may have been worsened by stress. However, her sudden reform was never likely to last for long. In upcoming scenes, Maggie is still seething over Leanne Battersby's recent attempt to buy her out of the Rover's return. She's well aware that Leanne was acting alongside her sister Eva Price, who is determined to push Maggie out of the pub altogether. When Alia Nazir drops by for a drink, Maggie casually drops the bombshell about Leanne's offer, clearly enjoying herself when it becomes obvious that Alia is completely in the dark. Leanne is currently in business with Alia at Speed Dial, a Corrie insider explains. From Alia's point of view, things have been running smoothly after a few early hurdles. Finding out that Leanne was planning an exit without telling her feels like a massive betrayal, especially as it could have left Alia stranded at the restaurant. Alia is furious when she realizes that Leanne was prepared to walk away from Speed Dial in order to chase a new venture. It's only a matter of time before Alia confronts her business partner, but could this revelation permanently damage their relationship? Leanne and Alia share a long history, the source continues. Leanne was once in a serious relationship with Alia's late father, Cal, so any sense of disloyalty is bound to cut deeply. At the same time, Leanne is torn because her loyalty to Eva puts her in an impossible position. Eva was desperate to regain control of the pub, and Leanne felt she had little choice but to seriously consider helping her. Maggie's latest act of interference suggests more turmoil is on the way at the Rovers. For now, she's attempting to stay on her best behavior, at least by her standards, after Ben warned that ongoing family conflicts were pushing him to breaking point. Maggie keeps biting her tongue when she's tempted to lash out at Eva, the insider adds, but her exchange with Alia proves she's still holding grudges against both Eva and Leanne. With Maggie around, things are never quiet, and she could explode at any moment. Coronation Street airs on ITV1 weeknights at 8:30 p.m. and is also available to stream on ITVX.